You thought I fell off? You're smoking something.
Hello, I'm Marcus J. Richardson and welcome to Sports Tips UK. Got a lot of videos coming this weekend and one midweek video with a bit of Champions League and Premier League next week. But for now, let's start with the Championship this weekend. I've involved three of the big teams that are pushing for promotion this season. Cardiff are also pushing under Neil Warnock, but they're playing on Sunday, so they're not involved in this bet. So the three of the big four are away this weekend in the Championship. Wolves, Aston Villa and Derby County. All three of those teams pushing for promotion. To be fair, Wolves, it looks like it's almost nailed on that they will get promoted this season. And then it seems to be any one of three between, as I mentioned, Cardiff before, Derby, and also Aston Villa under Steve Bruce, who are a Premier League club by everything other than the league that they are in. Last week, so in midweek, all three had games and all three drew. So Wolves got a 2-2 draw at home to Leeds. Now, Leeds have obviously got a new manager recently.
Leeds have always got a new manager.
Now they've got a young Englishman who's doing quite well there. Leeds are one of those teams that eventually they are going to bounce back, but they've had to almost start again from the bottom. And that was quite a good result for Wolves, to be honest, in the position they're in. And this weekend, Wolves have got a very tough game against Fulham. Now, Fulham were pushing, but just a little bit off the pace. That I don't think they're going to quite be able to have enough to make the automatic promotion spots. But Wolves are obviously going to be looking to cement their place in the Premier League as soon as possible. That one could be a draw, but I've gone for Wolves to get the victory there away at Fulham, so they can bounce back from their midweek draw. The next team we're looking at is Aston Villa, who got a draw with Preston in midweek away at Deepdale, a 1-1 draw. Not so bad there for Steve Bruce's men. They would have been a little bit happier with 3 points though, with the teams around them drawing and things like that. But to be honest, Aston Villa have come strong. When John Terry got injured and he was out of the team for a bit, they struggled, but now he's back. They're unbeaten in 7 on the bounce, and I do think that Aston Villa are going to get the victory this weekend. However, they are playing Sheffield Wednesday, who they lost Carlos Carvajal to Swansea, and it's been a bit of a hit and miss. They've done all right. They've had a couple of good results, a couple of results that haven't quite gone their way. Aston Villa travelling to Hillsborough. I do think Aston Villa are going to pick up the pace a little bit now. And for me, it will be Aston Villa that get that automatic place, because I just think that they're going to have the strength in depth and the knowledge of people like John Terry and Steve Bruce to get them over the line. I think they're going to get a win this weekend away at Sheffield Wednesday. So that's Wolves and Aston Villa. And then the final game is Derby County away at Reading. Derby drew 2-2 with Norwich in midweek. And Norwich have been one of those teams where they're probably not going to have enough to get up in towards the playoffs. They needed to beat Ipswich last weekend, and unfortunately for Norwich, Ipswich were 1-0 up until very late on, and Norwich got an equaliser. Then in midweek, they went and got a very good draw against Derby County. But I think for Norwich, those single points aren't enough, and I think Derby will have been quite happy to go to Carrow Road and get the draw. Travelling away again at Reading to the Majesty Stadium. Can they get the victory there? I fancy them to go on and do well. You find with the Championship by this stage of the season, a lot of the teams have found their place and form starts to take over. And I do think that Derby, I do think that Aston Villa, and I do think that Wolves will all get a victory this weekend. If you do fancy all three of them to get the win, there are the odds on the right hand side there. 3 different bookmakers for you to have a choice with there, depending on who you signed up with. All the other bookmakers are going to be in and around that, so it's up to you what you want to go for. I've been Marcus J. Richardson. Don't forget to watch, like and share. If you're on YouTube, do subscribe to us. If you're on Facebook, do like our page so you keep up to date with all of our betting tips and our predictions with boxing, football, and maybe a couple of other sports coming later in the year. Big year with the World Cup coming up and a few big boxing bouts. If you did watch our Groves Brandon Rios prediction last weekend, you may have earned some money because Adam got it spot on. Anyway, thanks for watching. Plenty more videos this weekend. Do tune in if you are interested in having a little flutter on the football. Until next time, I've been Marcus J. Richardson.
You thought I fell off? You're smoking something.